Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to 108 of the Red Force podcast. My name is Eric Talado, and today Christian Talado.
Last episode from the forward operating base.
For now.
And then we head back to HQ, where the technology is at.
He's promising big things.
Big technology.
Huge technology.
Big changes.
Will he pull it off? That's the question.
It'll be great. New technology's happening. New stuff going on.
I'm worried about it.
Why? Why is that?
We'll see what happens, alright?
Yeah, we will see what happens.
Now, episode Punk Hazard Review. Did hit 1,000 views.
Hit the milestone I set for it.
Just.
Now.
Barely scraped through it.
We want to thank the people for coming out supporting the recap episodes. Alright? But you got to give me some time for Dressrosa. Big arc. A lot of writing.
Multiple days is going to be a tech record.
Gonna take multiple days to record. Gonna be the longest episode.
Some 6-hour episode, perhaps.
Gonna be the longest episode. We're gonna have to not do that one live. Alright?
We're going to have to bunk it down.
We have to bunk it down. We're gonna have to do it. Alright? So it's gonna be the Dressrosa
Will we
recap
become
at
enraged?
some point.
Will we become enraged halfway through?
No doubt.
Okay.
Alright? Will Eric just wander off?
Will we start screaming about Kyros and the Tontata? Or about the birdcage?
But that's in the distant future.
Distant.
I don't say distant because I need the haki. I need the energy.
Okay.
Alright? We'll hit Dressrosa recap. And that is the final recap for now. Since we started the podcast during Hawkeye Island. We chronicled it during the real
we're
time.
halfway through Whole Cake Island.
I'm just saying. So that is what it is. Dressrosa coming at some point.
Spicy hot chapter this week, Christian. My blood was enraged this morning when I woke up and read this chapter.
Shout out to the people out there.
Settle down. Settle down.
Shout out to the people out there who read the official, who want the official, and nothing but the official. We appreciate it.
Absolute nonsense going on in the Scandinavian community.
It was. How did it get worse? The second week they had the job to do. The second week they were doing it. How did it get worse?
Read the official.
How did it get worse? Releasing half a chapter. Releasing half a chapter bad translation. What are you doing?
Bombshell this week.
Bombshell chapter this week. A lot to get into.
Dangerous knowledge.
Dangerous knowledge. The return of the Murky Waters this week.
Veteran level supporters.
Segment.
Listeners, Christian, will remember.
It was there for the Iron Hat reveal. And another time.
Now, Christian has promised every angle and dissection
Let me just show you.
of this little thing here. He's
Look
got
at this, look at this.
every possible angle
Look
is
at this.
covered.
A whole page.
We got shit to talk about.
Shit to talk about. We got more notes on that than the entire chapter.
Because it's dangerous.
It's dangerous. I
We'll
want to
get
get
to
into it. Exactly.
Alright. Anime episode brief. What happened? I didn't even watch it.
Nothing happened.
Okay.
Apparently Luffy can't carry the giant stone blocks. Can't do it.
That wasn't in the manga.
No, it wasn't.
That's interesting.
And Kid just runs by with it. With one arm. So,
That's annoying.
Anime does what the anime does. Next week Luffy's gonna do it. So
Talk to me about this.
No.
When is the next hype moment in the anime? Because it's going to be a while.
King kicking the ship.
Okay.
Is there a hype moment in Act 2?
You got Enma, Big Mom Carter fighting each other.
That's true. The Big Mom Carter fight, quote unquote fight.
Sure.
The clash.
Big Mom vs. Queen. I'm sure there's going to be some spicy... The Brachio Bomber, Christian.
You cannot forget about Sober Mask.
Page 1.
Page 1 versus
Of course,
Sanji.
the main event.
You can't forget it.
Early.
Coming up soon. So get ready for the anime. We'll see what they do there. Will they fuck it up?
All bets are off.
It's likely.
What else? What else is going on?
Nothing. We're getting into the year. We're finally back on the regular chapter schedule.
We can breathe. Sorry.
We can breathe. Exactly.
What's going on with this early release? What's the story? We don't know.
A tweet was spotted from the Viz official Twitter account saying earlier release for the official chapters. Now they said that they haven't updated their calendar, and next week doesn't look like it's on that schedule. So when that actually comes into play,
We'll let you know.
we'll let you know. But
We want to deliver the message to the people as quick as possible.
exactly. But without further ado, let's get into this spicy chapter. Chapter 968, Odin's Return.
It's amazing how 3 panels
Set the community on fire.
can set everything on fire.
Set you into a rage.
I was enraged this morning.
Alright.
But shout out to Soy, he calmed me down.
You did. He did calm you down.
Okay.
Alright, let's just get into this chapter. First panel of the chapter. Shanks asks Roger a question and he starts crying. We start a chapter with Shanks. How can we be mad?
We can't.
That's all we had to...
And this is clearly I'm gonna die.
Yeah, about his illness. You know,
We're too late.
too late. Shanks upset, you know?
Maybe.
The news of the Pyro King is spreading. The new king, the Pyro King. He has achieved the classic, well, favorite power. The classic.
How could you forget?
Nostalgia fills my mind. Weekday mornings. A little show called One Piece used to come on. We used to get this exact speech from Roger. Well, favorite power. Right? From the narrator.
The One Piece rap.
And then you got the One Piece rap. How can you forget?
All-time classic.
Now, can you imagine the chapter where the news goes out that Monkey D is the Pyro King?
We'll be there.
Can you imagine? Just a whole chapter of just cameos, everyone reacting.
When we're 35 and that finally happens.
Greatness.
Oh, it'll be great.
It'd be fantastic, alright? Roger, grateful for the crew, alright? The man who achieved welfare and power his name was printed mysteriously wrong in the newspaper as Gold Roger, not Gold D Roger.
Sure. And we get a little bit of answers about the Navy, you know. Now they start raping shit up.
Alright. World is coming after Roger.
Fuck off. These goons.
We'll just take Roger's treasure. You can't touch Roger. The goons.
Who's gonna touch Roger?
The goons name it the One Piece.
That's what it's called.
That's what it's called.
Roger's entire wealth and treasure.
Exactly, and fortune. Right.
Oh,
And vast treasures.
We expect some fortune.
Vast treasures.
Maybe that's where the eggs left.
Egg spot in this chapter.
Mm.
So, what's the deal with the egg? Is it a room? Is it a troll?
It's the kitchen.
Who knows, right? So, now we get the bombshell 3 panels.
Do you want to talk about how Odin's like, yeah, there were no tears because men don't cry and shit, and they're all crying?
That's not yet. He hasn't disbanded the crew yet.
Okay.
The Neptunes are excited for the birth of the 2 sovereigns. One, obviously Shirahoshi.
Not kings.
Sovereigns.
Sovereigns.
One's obviously Shirahoshi.
Yeah, it's Shirahoshi.
The mermaid princess wanting to control the Sea Kings. Or talk to the Sea Kings. And then you got someone who will be born in a distant sea. Right? The whales are excited. And that is the most important line.
Are we gonna we're gonna talk about a little bit here and then break it down later, or we're just gonna skip past this? Alright, let's just break it down a little bit. Let's just talk about it in terms of like, you know. Clearly you need Shirahoshi to use the One Piece.
That's clear from this.
And clearly they were too early.
And clearly you need 2 people to operate whatever the One Piece is. You need 2 kings. 2 sovereigns. You need them.
Okay.
So, what that has to do with anything, who knows? Alright? But very important information. And the most important piece of information is the whales
We'll be happy.
are ecstatic. Can't wait for this to happen. We'll get into that reason why.
Talk to me about the Sea Kings, their roles. Why are they legendary, mythical creatures?
They seem to be there from the start.
Sure.
You know, they're there.
They observe.
Yeah. The mystical beings, just like Zunisha is this mystical being.
Sure.
Right?
The Neptunians, as some were surprised to learn,
Yeah.
they were called.
Yeah. So, goes wild, right? Twitter blows up. Eric goes on a rant.
I was angry.
Murky Waters will explain it all. We'll explore every single angle.
We leave the people on edge here, Christian. Why were we angry?
We'll find out.
Okay.
Alright? So,
Big law, though. Huge law.
huge law drop. No doubt. Roger is going to make a kid. So, Ace will be born and might be the next sovereign.
Mm.
Roger's going to go try and put his bid into the race.
Interesting little character thing for Roger here.
Hmm.
Wants to pass his will on. Wants to, his legacy.
Yeah. Is it fair to say that Roger was the mystical chosen one of his time? It was too early.
Well, we know sure Poseidon's born every 200 years. Are they born together? Because they say it'll work out this time. It looks good this time.
How many times have they failed in the past? We'll get to that.
Well, at least 200 every 200 years.
Yeah.
Presumably.
So they failed 4 times.
Sure.
Right?
I don't know.
Maybe. Who knows what happened? Alright? So,
We got the... How many times are we going to see this prophecy from Shirley?
a good amount of times, alright? We get it, alright?
I said it like 3 times in the last 3 weeks.
Roger is convinced that people will be born that will surpass him.
Yes.
Monkey D got to surpass that gold Roger.
Of course.
Alright? Everyone on the crew cries as the crew is disbanded. Roger tells Rayleigh something as he cries. Probably that he's not going to die or something.
Something about partner. Our minds get cast back to
Shabondi. Sure.
Shaki's rip-off bar.
Yeah. Alright? And that's the police coming after you. Alright? For not putting Shanks in the thumbnail.
Odin's mad. We'll get to that.
You buried the lead.
That's it.
You buried the lead, alright? Everyone on the crew cries. Odin is convinced he has to open the borders before Joy Boy appears again. What does Wano have to do with this prophecy?
Everything.
I'm telling
The
you.
poneglyphs.
Wano is the final war. We're getting the law back up for it now.
One is very important, no doubt.
Alright.
Is Uranus here?
That's a question I'm asking, alright? Odin leaves the crew, and he thinks they'll meet again. Odin returns home. Odin is loved by the people, as Toki put in the work, spread the good news of Odin.
Shout out to Turkey.
Toki doing the good work, right? Orochi already has the backing of Kaido now.
This is solve our Kitty one issue.
What did he do? What's he doing?
Kinemon can't do dick.
Against the power of Orochi. That's the power of Kaido.
Sure.
So, the Kinemon stands can cop the L. Can't do anything.
They seem to cop the L every week.
That's what I'm saying. Alright, so...
This is the update on the theory on the Kaido-Orochi relationship.
But how did they meet? What's the deal?
Some kind of underworld brokerage.
Yeah,
Orochi's like, yo,
why?
Kaido, I can build you an army. You gotta give me protection.
I can build you weapons. You can't give him an army.
Deal.
A deal of some sort.
Have you heard of the Wano craftsmanship?
Alright, the Wano craftsmanship.
Have you heard about it?
Is it really that big of a deal?
Apparently it is.
Okay.
Because as we remember, goons matter when you fight other emperors. And how could you forget that important statement?
That's true. Alright. So, Odin Alright, so the Scabbards tried to confront Orochi, but Kaido's forces attacked Kuri and injured Toki. Odin, furious, enraged, goes after Orochi. He confronts him at the castle. Orochi realizes that Odin is some kind of man.
Pretty cool sequence of panels here with like corpses everywhere as he walks up the stairs.
Yeah. We still have 4 to 5 years before Odin dies. So somehow Orochi escapes, some goonery, something happens.
Will it be revealed some kind of Orochi level of competency with his power?
We might see it.
Because Odin's going to cut this man down.
Sure. We still have 4 to 5 years before Odin dies and Kaido attacks.
Yeah.
But apparently Kaido's already here.
Well, here's the backing of Kaido.
Sure.
So
but Kaido's goons are here.
The goons are here.
Kaido's goons are here.
I imagine it takes time for Kaido to arrive, which
4 to 5 years?
It's a long time.
I think Orochi bails, they get stronger together, their forces, they attack.
Okay.
And Odin's showing
because Kaido's like, I need goons to take back Wano.
Something like that. Or Big Mom, the Big Mom incident. He gets taken away for 4 to 5 years. Big Mom comes in, saves him. Maybe he gets captured.
Maybe next week, if there's nothing big happens, alright? Topic of the show. Goons.
Goons. Most impressive goons.
No.
What?
Why don't they work? What can happen to make them work?
It's too late.
Why are they involved?
What are questions?
Why is there just an oblivious non-acknowledgement that goons don't matter in the story?
I mean, that's a topic for another time.
Next week. If nothing major is brought up.
Yeah. This chapter, ratings.
Remove the rage from my heart from this morning.
Replace it with Shanks.
My blood boiling.
Okay.
Nothing is said, alright, that Luffy is a reincarnation of Joy Boy.
It's already information we know.
Nothing is said.
A little bit more, yeah.
Nothing was said to destroy the story and the themes and everything that is One Piece.
But it's the inherited will, and we'll get into it.
Nothing is broken yet.
Okay.
So how could I get upset and take points off?
Okay.
Alright? We get that Roger leaving the crew. The journey is over.
The journey is over, the news.
Gonna give this 8.5. 8. I enjoyed the ownership very much, Christian.
Mm-hmm.
That cool shit. Climbing the staircase, just fucking dudes up. He's mad. Orochi says this man is crazy. I forgot. How could you forget?
I think this chapter is one of the better moments for Odin in this flashback. Because it shows...
Well, the man's changed, Christian.
Yeah, it shows...
He's a family man.
Shows that he's a family man, shows that he cares about Wano.
For cares about Wano also, yes.
Shows that, you know, he's a man of action. He's a man of strength.
What he's doing is a bad action.
Sure, but this is a great moment. This is a pretty good moment for Odin. A couple more chapters to go with this, so we'll see.
Again, Kinemon, Conjurer, has he had a line in this entire flashback?
Also, Ashura Doji has gone back to the thieves to keep him at bay. And
Denjiro just fucking about.
Stealing money. Changing money. What's he doing? Alright. Now, could this lead into Denjiro being Kirishiro as he's not part of this Scabbard situation anymore?
Well, I imagine they'll kind of rejoin after some form.
Was he in the battle? Because
he was in the battle. We saw him in the battle.
Denjiro joined Ashura Doji on that attack.
We see him in the battle.
But perhaps, right? Ashura Doji, Denjiro, not at the first battle, and that's why they feel massive shame.
They kind of turn up late or something.
Yeah, they turn up late. That's why they didn't get teleported.
Maybe.
Yeah, who knows? We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. But great chapter. 10 out of 10 for Shanks.
Oz was just on the crew because he's having a good time with Whitebeard.
Oda just had to do it. Chapter rating, we're going to go 9 out of 10. Enjoyed the emotional moments with the Roger Pirates. See my boy Rayleigh. Shanks. Buggy. Scorpio Alright.
Good to see Toki's woman of action as well.
Exactly. Good moments all around this chapter. 3 very interesting panels. Alright? 3 very interesting panels. That's where we're going to leave it. Now, predictions next week. What's the deal with Orochi?
I think we see the deal between Orochi and Kaido.
Orochi gets kicked out.
Gives him the call.
Alright. Orochi gets kicked out of one, whatever. Goes and talks to Kaido. Maybe
the deal's revealed to us.
Maybe Kaido's out of action. Maybe he's in some sort of prison environment.
Maybe he's fucking around with Big Mom.
Who knows? All kinds of things could be happening.
Sure.
Alright? So some sort of... Orochi obviously gets kicked out because we already know that.
When do we get to see Roger, Whitebeard with final words? Or is that not happening?
I think that's happening because we're not going to get anything more from that.
We'll see that later.
We're not going to get to know what the Will of D is.
Sure. And he's already mentioned that he wants to meet Whitebeard, which ties it all back in.
Yeah, so we're not gonna see that. So, yeah. Moving on to How Strong is Shanks? How strong is Shanks? Every week. Comes to you with the question of how strong is Shanks? And everyone can answer. Shanks is the strongest. Shanks is the God King. Yeah. There are people out there who think Kaido's the strongest.
14 hours.
They think Drake is the strongest. They think sweetest man on the planet, Alkavian is the strongest. They think Mihawk's the strongest. And they think, worst of them all, Ironman's the strongest.
Ridiculous.
And every week we come with 100% genuine, factual information. And we tell the people why Shanks is the strongest and why he's indeed the God King. This week's evidence is Shanks is so strong that if he went to Laugh Tale with Roger, it wouldn't have been too early. As the God King is the king of all rulers, making Shirahoshi and Joy Boy not needed to activate the One Piece. Shanks is the strongest. Shanks is the God King. Now moving on. We're delving deep.
Murky waters.
Into the murky waters.
Cool my enraged heart.
Right.
Let's just give an overview of why we're angry, right?
Why
we were angry this morning.
Is Eric angry?
I wake up
6 a.m, like a madman.
6 a.m, it's got to be done.
Now,
I see Twitter on fire.
Now,
first of all,
for the people out there, right? Eric starts work at 9 o'clock.
That's right.
He gets up at 6 a.m, so he can have his 2-hour routine.
Wind up.
2 hours of relaxation.
Showers half an hour.
Before he goes to work. Now, write in the comments if that's insane. Right?
You gotta wind up, Christian. You can't go to work all groggy, alright?
Write in the comments if that's insane. Right? Now, you can tell your story.
Where was I? Yes.
Twitter on fire.
Twitter on fire. Morge. Enraged. Joy Boy doing some misinterpretation as usual.
As usual.
It's so annoying.
Okay.
Now, for the people out there, we know...
You didn't actually explain anything.
I'm explaining.
Okay.
For the people out there, we know Shirahoshi is indeed the reincarnation of Poseidon.
Obvious.
Alright?
That's not new information.
We know that.
Yes.
This week implies that there is indeed a second piece of the puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps a second godly being. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And the assumption is a reincarnation of Joy Boy.
Yes.
AKA
Monkey D.
Luffy.
Sure.
Now, why is this upsetting? We are, of course, reminded of Naruto.
Sure. The absolute
Divinity,
disaster.
The divinity angle.
Now, let me ask you this question.
Yes.
Wouldn't it have been that bad if it wasn't directly related to power-ups? If it was just a thing?
It's kind
in
of...
the lore.
I'll explain why it's annoying in terms of story structure, right? Or in terms of just the theme.
Okay. I just want to ask that question.
Yes. It's very annoying.
Yeah.
If your story is based on the willpower to move forward and to never give up and all that shit, right? Don't make it
about destiny.
Because we know there's a million caveats, Christian.
Mm-hmm.
But he still did the work, but this, but that. But for the normal person out there, Christian, this is a shonen. Children reading this thing, right? It's supposed to inspire them to aim for great things.
Sure.
And when the MC is, I was given the divine right to be this good, kind of perhaps sours of your
But
reading.
let me ask you this question. Is the reveal that Goku is a Saiyan in Dragon Ball Z reduce the effort that he put in Dragon Ball?
He was already busted as fuck.
Sure, but does that reduce it? Because we all thought he was just some kid
Some tail.
with some tail he can go ape for. We didn't know he was this alien race of warriors.
Dragon Ball's an interesting case, right?
Right.
Get Super Saiyan.
Mm-hmm. Anyone can have Super
Getting
Saiyan.
fucked up.
Okay.
It's a form, it's a power up, alright?
Yeah. But any Saiyan can have
But he's not the god of all Saiyans, Christian.
he is now.
He is now because he's gone to
Dragon Ball Super.
that level. He's leveled up.
Okay. He's gone beyond.
But he wasn't born of divine right.
Sure.
He was born of that race, and there's other people of that race around, alright?
We could also explain it through the eyes of celestial dragons, who believe they do have the divine right to rule. Alright? Now, if there is actually reincarnation, the destiny, the divine right...
Because it goes against the measures of inherited will. Let me let's discuss inherited will, alright?
Sure.
If Christian dies, right, I would inherit his will, right? And therefore do and be inspired by what he's done in the past.
Now, what's very interesting to me is...
I am not the reincarnation of Walt Disney and therefore have legendary animation skills from the jump.
Okay.
That's the difference.
Now, it's very interesting to me that Luffy has no interest
In anything.
in... All he wants to do is be Pirate King. He doesn't know about the One Piece. He doesn't really care about the treasure. He doesn't really want to change shit
And
politically.
so basically we're just explaining why we're upset. Why I'm upset. Christian was playing defense.
I was just saying, this is the same as the inherited will it's always been.
Kinda. It's a
Inherited
little
will through the
annoying that now,
generations.
but now we're talking about godly beings. Christian. Shirahoshi's fine. Because she's not the main character. She hasn't done anything.
But it's still... You know... Still shows he's just...
I don't know, Christian. You can spin in a million ways. You can do it a million ways to make it alright. Still annoying.
Sure.
Still dangerous. Now let's get into
The murky waters.
the details.
Alright, let's just go through it.
How many options do we have, Christian?
We have a lot of options. Alright. Roger, let's just get the facts out.
Alright.
Roger was too early for the One to use the One Piece. Factual.
Yes.
The Mermaid Princess and Joy Boy will be reborn soon. Roger inherited Joy Boy's will, but he was too early, as Shirahoshi wasn't born yet.
Mm-hmm.
Joy Boy could be some sort of title of one of the sovereigns. Now, is it a literal reincarnation, or is it more of a symbolic, the man who finds Laugh-Tale?
If it's
Was Roger destined to find Laugh-Tale? Was he destined to find it?
No.
Was Luffy destined to find it?
This is the thing, though, right? We don't know that Roger is a reincarnation of Joy Boy.
I mean...
We don't know. Because they're not born at the same time. Every 200 years a Mermaid Princess is born. How many years is a Joy Boy born? Every 10? They're born at the same time.
You don't know that.
Assumably.
It's not assumably, because Luffy and Shirahoshi aren't even born at the same time.
Basically the same time.
It's not the same time. It's not the same year. And why would Prophecy be like... They're 5 years apart? Doesn't make any fucking sense.
Listen, Shirahoshi has divine powers.
It could be explained through biology, because she's just speaking to Sea Kings.
Controls Sea Kings.
Speaks to Sea Kings. And they listen to her. Because she's the... whatever.
It is divine right.
Sure.
So, going down that line, you'd assume that the reincarnation of Joy Boy would also have divine right powers.
But it's not... Joy Boy's not directly connected to the ancient weapons. So that's where you're wrong. Because last week, got the information, Joy Boy found the ancient weapons. He was not the one who created the ancient weapons. So Joy Boy being the first
Yes.
in this lineage
Is
has
it lineage?
nothing to do with has nothing to do. The first man with this title has nothing to do. Now, is Joy Boy a stand-in for the title of the world's freest man? And is the Pirate King the new title for that? That's the kind of questions we have to ask.
I don't know.
Because...
I think Joy Boy was a person in time.
Sure. But the dream, the will lives on.
But, like, what is two sovereigns? Why do you need two sovereigns? Let's say if Luffy reaches Raftel, right?
Shirahoshi.
Right, he has Shirahoshi. Why can't Zoro be the sovereign? What is the magic power that is you required to be the sovereign?
Let me ask you this question. What does Roger and Luffy have in common?
What?
A voice of all things.
You need to have the voice of all things.
There you go. There's your divine power for you. Voice of all things. Momonosuke has it.
Oden had it.
Oden had it. Are they reincarnations of Joy Boy?
Or are they just like, what?
Kazuki clan members. They just have this ability. The clan of D.
Okay.
Alright? The
Well,
will of
I'm
D.
not necessarily arguing this is true.
Okay.
Right?
The will of D. It's basically just the will of D.
Let's get through these points.
Alright?
Blast through. Hold on, blast through. We'll get through it.
Alright.
Tell us
Luffy-
why the whales are happy.
Alright.
Get to that.
Alright. Luffy inherited Joy Boy's will, and that's obvious. We all know that.
Okay.
And befriended Shirahoshi, the Mermaid Princess. So we're on that path.
Okay. What do we call this?
Assumably.
Option A.
Option A. Again, what do Roger and Luffy have in common? Voice of all things. Shirahoshi is an ancient weapon Poseidon. You need both to activate the One Piece. This is what this chapter implies. Right? You need someone with the voice of all things. You need someone with...
You have to hear the object and then...
Because Luffy can hear the Sea King, the Neptunes, right?
Yes.
He can hear them. Can't control them, he can hear them. Maybe that has something to do with it.
Well, can Shirahoshi not hear them but can control them?
No, she can hear. I'm pretty sure she can hear them. But maybe they talk to the Sovereign once Shirahoshi summons them.
Mm-hmm.
Some bullshit like that.
Okay.
Alright? Instruct them on what to do. I don't know. Alright? So that you got that. Alright? So the One Piece, what is the One Piece? The whales are excited to see them return. What do the whales do, Eric? Slam their heads into the red line. Alright? The One Piece is a weapon that can destroy the red line, making the seas connected. It's more and more likely. This old theory is coming back. It's more and more likely.
Yeah.
The One Piece is the weapon to destroy the red line. The rubble would fall and destroy Fishman Island.
Or it's just straight down beam that destroys Fish Rock.
Sure. Whatever. Whatever happens there. Alright? Now. Moving on. Aimu has the giant straw hat. Probably Joy Boy's original straw hat.
Sure. Best option.
If you remember, in the Reverie, Joy Boy goes down to the vault.
Looks at the hat.
Looks at the hat. Comes out of the vault. Has 4 pictures.
Blackbeard.
Blackbeard, Luffy, Shirahoshi, and Vivi. He does not pick Luffy. He picks Vivi.
Are those the candidates for the Joy Boy situation?
Yes.
And he picks Vivi.
He picks Vivi. Now, why pick Vivi? Right? If Luffy's the reincarnation of Joy Boy, surely Aimu would know. Through some mystical
if
bullshit.
he is indeed the Sovereign.
Sure. Alright? Maybe Joy Boy's the true Sovereign or some shit.
Mm.
Maybe he's one of them and he went rogue or some shit. Who knows? Who knows? Just, still something out there, you know? So, why would he choose Vivi? Alright? If Luffy and Shirahoshi are the one who's going to destroy the Red Line. Vivi could be the Joy Boy, as it says, a ruler, right? And she could be the key to using Pluton, the weapon that can destroy the Red Line.
Yes. Nefertari bloodline.
Nefertari bloodline, some bullshit, some DNA code.
Nefertari always been a problem.
Sure. Alright. The Poneglyph in Alabasta is the location of the ancient weapon. It could be still in Alabasta, but Robin kept it to herself. She never told us what's on it. All we know is that it has the location of Pluton on it. That's it. Could be in the sands of Alabasta. For all we know. Right?
Sure.
The blueprints they kept safe for Pluton were there in case Pluton returned, confirming there's a Pluton out there.
Yes.
And they kept it so they could build another Pluton to stop that Pluton. Not a weapon that can destroy Pluton itself. That's what people get confused. And they make dumb theory videos.
Okay.
Alright? Uranus is still out there and has not been hinted and showed at all.
It's just Uranus.
Uranus? What is Uranus? When's it coming into battle?
Is the second sovereign Uranus?
Could be. Alright? Now, what does this have to do with the dawn and the opening Wano's borders? If you go back to Zoro, they believe that Luffy will be the one who will bring the dawn.
Mm. Because
they say the Straw Hat saved them from the gas. There's no prophecy we can see. The man with the Straw Hat will appear and save you from the gas. No, they believe Luffy is the one to bring the dawn. Luffy's a good guy or whatever. Alright? Luffy will be the one to open the borders of Wano. Now, there has to be something physical to this. As metaphor, like, changing law to open up the waters or borders of Wano, how does that mean anything for the return of Joy Boy to Wano? What does that mean? We've got massive walls, massive waterfalls, alright? Now,
do you have to lower Wano somehow onto those seas?
Is Uranus an ancient weapon that can terraform islands, reform Earth, reform shit? Because what do Wano and the Red Line have in common?
Lifted.
They're both raised out of the ocean, extremely high, to protect something. Red Line to split the world in half. You got Mary Jo on top.
Now, are these tech things or are these like artifacts?
Well, Pluton's a weapon that can destroy islands.
Yeah.
It's got some sort of laser cannon on it, right? You ought to shoot, right?
Alright.
This is some sort of tech, ancient weapon tech, alright? So, is Uranus going to reveal itself on Wano, and Wano going down into the earth will reveal Uranus?
The poneglyph guarded by the wooden statues, crucial.
Exactly. If Wano is raised back into the sea, will it reveal Uranus and give access to that ancient weapon? Is it deep within the core of the arm of Wano? Because Oden's telling us we need to open the borders. A metaphorical opening of the borders. Is it just to welcome Odin, the Joy Boy, into the country? I mean, Whitebeard got up there, no problem.
Well, there's a problem.
Well, the ship got damaged, but they got up there.
Yeah.
And obviously, Wano has something to do with the prophecy. We got Toki 20 years. We got Odin saying, "I got to prepare for the return of Joy Boy." So Wano, very deep, obvious connections to the ancient history, maybe even ancient weapons, the Joy Boy connections. It will be revealed here. All right. At the end of the day, for the final closing statements, at the end of the day, Luffy's dream is to become Pirate King. A dream anyone can achieve, as all they have to do is find Raftel. They don't have to fucking have a magical weapon that can open up a door. Roger failed to do it, to access the One Piece.
He's a pirate king.
He was the Pirate King.
Sure.
This prophecy has nothing to do with Luffy's dream.
Okay.
Nothing to do with Luffy's dream. As being the Pirate King. He wants to be the Pirate King. He doesn't want to be the man to unlock the One Piece weapon.
That's why it's confusing to me why Luffy would be this man. Because he's not a ruler.
He'll grow into the position or some shit. Who knows? Alright, how does this get revealed? Who's the wizard that tells him he's the
You see the
child
bond
legacy?
between Vivi and Shirahoshi in the Railway, right?
Sure.
Theoretically, the final voyage arc, we pick up Vivi. We promised her we would sail with her again.
We also promised Shirahoshi would take her to the surface.
Didn't happen.
Didn't happen, but we promised her we would. So we'll come back, get her.
On the way.
We'll go to Raftel. We can't open it. We're going to get
With Shirahoshi and Vivi.
Because Robin will be able to read the poneglyphs and be like, we need this, we need that. And then we can do this.
We need Vivi, we need Shirahoshi.
Yeah. Alright?
Be like, of Nefertari bloodline or whatever.
Yeah.
I hope
the prophecy doesn't give Luffy power. Nor does it have any... It doesn't make you automatically win, as the original Joy Boy failed. Roger failed. And at least 3 other generations of this legacy failed.
Yeah.
So they failed. Multiple people have failed. It's not a set in stone prophecy. Alright? Without Robin, Luffy doesn't get to Raftel. Alright? Without Nami, he can't navigate there. Alright? So Luffy needs people. He doesn't just get magically teleported there. Right? Because he's the child of destiny. Right? And also...
He doesn't magically get teleported into a spirit dimension.
The final and most important point. The future is not guaranteed. Capone says it. Future Sight confirms it. You can see the future, but the future can be changed. So, the prophecies are a prediction. They're not set in stone. They don't always happen the way they're going to happen. It is a prediction.
Do you think there's always a Madame Shirley that's born?
I mean, we can do this all day.
Sure.
You think there's always a Shanks who's born. You think there's always a Buggy who's born. Alright? We can do this all day. Alright? Inherited will. That's what it is.
What's your money on?
Inherited will.
What's your money on? We're talking about Vivi, we're talking about Luffy.
Most likely Luffy, but is it going to matter at the end of the day? Because he's not going to fight Blackbeard and get the Joy Boy power up and beat Blackbeard. You know what I mean? Like...
It's also weird to, make Luffy the man to free the world, right?
Yeah.
When, he doesn't fucking care.
He's the world's freest man. So is he going to care? Vivi, Shirahoshi would care. That's all I'm saying.
Vivi a ruler.
Luffy help him out because, they're friends. Luffy help him out, no doubt. But,
Sure.
So, we've got to relax and not get angry. Not get upset.
You get angry when certain antagonizers, like Dritz, start talking shit.
They can talk shit, man. They can talk shit. But it's always been inherited will.
Sure.
There's a difference between destiny and inherited will. Because destiny implies that in Marineford, Jinbei saved Luffy and Law did surgery on him because destiny foretold it. That's what that implies. If destiny is real, the child's destiny preordained, preset.
Yeah.
But there's evidence in the show that says otherwise. Alright?
Okay.
Future sight. People see the future, people change the future. Therefore, future's not set. Look at other shows like JoJo Part 5. Future set.
That JoJo Part 5 doesn't make any sense.
King Crimson, the Fate, that's what it's all about.
That last episode makes no sense.
That's what it's all about.
What is he talking about?
That's what it's all about. It's all about fate. And can you resist it? And what if you resist it? But can you ultimately...
fate always happens.
Fate always happens. King Crimson's predictions always 100% correct. Unless someone breaks reality. Right?
Unless the truth could not be found.
Unless you will never reach the truth. Right?
Sure.
That's a God King power. No doubt. So, One Piece is very different. It's not about destiny. If it was about destiny, sure. But it's not about destiny. It's about freedom. It's about doing what you want. Right? That's what it's about. It's part of the story. Why does everything always have to boil down to prophecies? What's the deal?
It's a little annoying that this happens every time.
We're going to have a prophecy to make it more epic, to make this a legacy over thousands of years. Stakes, I guess. The cleansing is happening. Is Aimu destined to be the Aimu? You know what I mean? Blackbeard. A Clan of D member, but Roger's not waiting for him. He's not the right guy. Now, are there multiple candidates for this Joy Boy?
I guess that Roger's not waiting for makes actual sense now.
Yeah. So, could Joy Boy be anyone in the Clan of D?
As we always talk about on this show, Shanks. Is he the man that is waiting for the prophecy?
It's like how?
Well, he'd know.
He would know about the prophecy, but he just happened to go to Fuchsia Village, happened to find Luffy.
He does repeat the words of the captain.
Give him the hat, and then say nothing.
Maybe he feels like this is the man that will be the sovereign of the.
He just feels like this man reminds him of
his captain. It's a bit much.
It's too much.
It's a bit much.
It's too much. Right? This man goes to this island he has no connection to.
Markino.
No, but originally, why was he here?
We don't know really why he was there.
He's got no connection there. I mean, Yasop is around the same vicinity in a different island. But Shanks somehow foreseen the birth of...
Now, we assume Shanks is already been to Rafter. Does Shanks have the voice of all things?
Of course.
Is Shanks the man that Roger entrusted his hat with? We know that.
He did.
And the parking hat.
Exactly.
Where's that hat?
Riley's got it in the cupboard, alright? So...
Does this thing make... because everyone's like, Shanks is the balanced man. Shanks is the guardian of the fucking One Piece.
Sure.
What is Shanks' role?
As the guardian of the One Piece. Making sure Blackbeard doesn't... Because he knows what it is. He makes sure Blackbeard doesn't get it. Make sure this guy doesn't get it. Which also implies there's no prophecy. Right? Because Shanks is guarding it and being like, I can't just let this fall into the hands of the wrong people. Right?
Does he know that he knows that Shirahoshi's Poseidon as well? Surely he knows.
Surely he knows, yeah.
Because he was there. He can put it together.
Yeah.
Neptune, he knows it's Neptune's daughter.
Sure. Is that also why Whitebeard gave his protection to Shimon?
Maybe.
Alright, so there you go. Lots of digest, lots to talk about here. I'm just going to say, calm down. It's nothing's really changed. It's always been, inherited will. We've been talking about this.
If Luffy fights Blackbeard,
it gets the Joy Boy power up.
It gets the Joy Boy power up.
Mad.
0 out of 10 chapter.
I agree.
Blood Red Angry.
Because they're both Will of D's. They both have the Will of D. Why is there one? All these questions arise.
It's also kind of annoying, but like, this shit's always been in the story. Like this weird god stuff.
Sure.
It's never really explained or talked about at any point. Now, do we want it explained? I don't think so.
We'll get to Will of D. We'll get the ancient history. We'll get it all. You know we'll get, because Oda's been teasing it since.
Will it have Devil Fruit origins, or will it just be God magic?
I think there'll be Devil Fruit origins.
I guess the Devil Fruit's God magic anyway.
Sure. The Devil of the Sea, legend,
the ship god,
the Kabata man,
the
underworld, as Brooke. Said real by Brooke.
Yes.
So, plenty of stuff there. All right, now, next week, the debut of the Thunderdome. Now,
do we have a first matchup?
We don't. We're gonna put that thread live on the Patreon. All right, $5 and up. We'll get to suggest matchups. Now, again, I have to be in the same tier bracket on the power scale, so there's something to talk about. Leave dot points of what you think would happen, what you think the matchup's about.
What if no one does this?
I'm gonna have to make it up.
Alright.
So Eric will do all the back end Patreon stuff.
Sure.
Jimmy that up. It'll live. And then subscribe to the Patreon if you want to be involved. Now, how do they get picked? I pick them.
That's obvious.
I pick them. There's going to be a vote. The best matchup takes the cake. Now, I will spread it around. Not the same guys I'm going to get every week.
If only one guy submits, though.
There's one guy submits. One guy submits. What am I going to do about that?
We decide who wins.
Exactly. So there you go. Stay tuned for that.
Because we've never been wrong about power scaling ever.
Because here's the thing.
And that's fact.
I would love to take suggestions from the people in the comment section. But there's going to be 10,000 fucking picks. People aren't going to do the due diligence. Look at the power scale. Do the homework. Alright? Do the work. Because it's going to be right. Now, I could just do it myself every week. But then we've got buyers coming in.
Sure.
If I'm doing the picks. Because you got to be strategic. If you want someone to win their bracket. Because
you got to do an awful matchup.
Awful matchup for that character could lose the bracket. So you got to be careful. You got to decide the right picks. You got to be crafty. Man, if you want a character to lose, you
don't do Carter vs Big Mom first week.
Have some shit to talk about. All right, there you go. All right, moving on. The question call. A lot of questions this week. That's pretty good. Question corner. First one. From Ivor the Bottomless. Ivan the Bottomless? I guess. Okay, there you go. Could Orochi in the last panel be the witch we saw a few chapters back? That was my first thought. I've seen this floating around. It's possible.
Potentially.
That's how she dies. She has to die at some point.
Okay.
That's how she dies. That's how Orochi escapes.
Sure.
That's how Odin doesn't know that he's on the run.
Committed to the revenge plot.
Yeah. So
I like it.
It's a good possibility. I'll give you that. From Shadow Badger, the evil badger.
Now, questions about how old's Bon Clay, when does he get the fruit? Math not really done. But we assume it's possible.
Yeah, he's probably younger than 25.
And we don't know when he got the fruit.
Sure.
He didn't get it at birth.
No. Alright. From Shadow Badger. The evil badger. Is Lady Toki an agent of Dio trying to reach heaven? Now,
very specific.
That's an interesting question.
What do you think about Dio about reaching heaven?
She's not a dimension traveler. She's a time traveler, so I doubt it.
About part 9. That will happen.
Alright, part 6 spoilers for JoJo. Not really going to get into it, but there you go. From Bindle. So I saw threads asking about how Luffy isn't a great protagonist. And one of the points was that Luffy is a psychopath. Is that valid? No. Because he has empathy. He has great empathy.
He's a man of will.
For the good people around him.
Has the innate ability to sense the true self of an individual.
Exactly. He has ultimate empathy.
He went to the ends of the earth to get Sanji back. And even when Sanji rejected his hand cushion, he felt the true feeling of his friend.
Look at what he did for Grandpa Hio, a guy he didn't know. He felt bad for him, gave him some food.
How can people even argue that Luffy's a psychopath? Because he does what he wants because they're his
ridiculous. Friends. Luffy has massive amounts of empathy.
If you have friends, you're not a psychopath.
Yeah. But
that you care about.
We've seen it time and time again. Luffy had massive empathy. Giving food to kids. What he did for Tama.
The man in the prison mine.
Yeah, sure.
But I guess you could say that was for self-gain.
Hio wasn't for self-gain.
Who was on the crew?
Hio wasn't for self-gain.
That's right.
He just gave him a little bit of food because he felt bad for the old man.
And he was mad when he got beat up.
Yeah.
Didn't know who he was.
No. Didn't know you could get training from him.
That's such a dumb... Is that it?
That's it from that question. That's I 100% disagree.
Luffy's solid.
He's just a little dude. Right. From Jordan Lee, question corner. What makes you think Aimu is this pandem? And if he's not, how powerful would he be? Aimu, he's either top 5 or bottom 5, no in between.
That's true. He's either 1 or 0.
Okay.
Do you agree with that statement?
I think it could be relatively.
Well, he can't be Stelly tier because he has some kind of ferocity.
Sure.
As we explained with the Stelly tier long ago.
Sure, yes. Now, here's why we think he's Stelly tier, because of Celestial Dragons. Because of
the theme of corruption,
of
the wealthy class, the higher class. They don't deserve the power. Why would he be all powerful?
Yeah. Also, we got the Navy's greatest force, the Admirals. Right? And if Aimu's this secret ultimate god, get on the battlefield, speed blitz some people, kill some people. It's stupid.
Even the Goro, people still talking about the Gorosei being Emperor level.
5 Elder Stars being Emperor level. It's so dumb.
What are they talking about?
It's so dumb.
Why do they have CP0?
Do advisors, alright? Relax. One has a sword. Okay.
People also, there's like, they go, why doesn't Akira just fuck him up? Why doesn't the general of Kim Jong-un's army just shoot him in the face?
Because there's respect there. There's respect for authority.
I like how every time I read that up.
Yeah.
Right.
This is in real life?
Every time.
Because respect for authority.
Why isn't there a coup in America? It could happen. It could easily happen.
Sure.
But it doesn't.
It doesn't, because
the man with the biggest muscles doesn't have the power.
Yeah. Basically. Alright? From Heavy Hime, the ultimate waifu.
Yes.
Why didn't Oda show us Odin meaning Whitebeard again? Also, do you think that Joy Boy could have been the original source of the D-Clan or the owner of the Straw Hat? Well, we think he's the owner of the Straw Hat, because otherwise what the fuck does that Straw Hat even mean? Why didn't Oda show us Odin meaning Whitebeard again?
At some point, Whitebeard was on Wano.
Again?
Yeah.
Was that after Roger's death?
No, because he talked to Roger, assumably in Wano. He could be Whitebeard next week, again. Roger's not dead yet.
Sure. It still could happen. I'm just trying to think
of the timeline. We could see Lockdown again. In this flashback.
We might. Execution next week?
Maybe the week after.
Yeah.
We've got to settle some Wano shit.
I'm trying to get the timeline right in my head. What information we know, what information has we been told. Did Odin say, or was there the legend that Odin met Whitebeard yet again after he returned I can't fucking remember. I don't think that's the case.
There's a lot of time shit going on.
Yeah. And events we've been told that have happened and where they fit. I don't think they're going to have another meeting.
Now, at some point, I imagine there's some kind of foil of this free open borders. Some kind of plant situation that gets people upset. Because Odin opens the borders.
I think that, you know what I think that's going to be? Moria stealing Ryuma's grave. Because that happens 23 years ago. In the prime candidate, in the prime timeline where we're at right now.
Moria.
Yeah.
He opens the borders, Moria steals.
Moria steals Ryuma, people get upset.
Yeah.
Steals the sword, steals the corpse. People get upset.
Yeah.
You think that's the incident? Could be an incident.
I'd say so.
Yeah. And maybe we'll get a little Ryuma lore in there.
Sure.
Okay.
Maybe Moria's keeping Kaido at bay from entering Wano, Christian. Oh, apparently it's people sleeping on Moria.
That's fucking crazy.
People sleeping on Moria, apparently. If you're on Twitter, people sleeping on Moria.
Okay. From Dart from the BFP.
A couple of goons say he rivaled Kaido. How could you forget?
Dart from the BFP. Do you guys think being artists yourselves screwed your viewing experience of watching anime or reading manga? 100% yes.
Anime for me, especially. Because when you stare at frames all day, you see all the frames.
See the Matrix.
And you get mad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it definitely has an effect. Definitely.
It could be a positive effect though when something's, you know how it's done and you can appreciate it.
Yeah. Alright. From Mont.
What?
If they found a cure for Roger at Laugh Tale, the thing that Shanks asked Roger at the beginning of the chapter when we see him crying.
What's the question?
See, that's why I was being like... I think he's asking if Shanks asked Roger if they found the cure on Laugh Tale.
That's possible.
And Roger said no. Yeah, it's possible. Yeah. Alright. From Margin.
A fucking Shanks flashback, man.
From Margin. How will Orochi escape this mess? He's currently with Odin. He's currently about to be killed by Odin.
I like the
witch theory?
The witch theory. I'm gonna say Toki's gonna stop him. Don't kill him. It's only gonna cause trouble. Etc. etc.
When do we get Toki's reason for going to Wano, by the way?
At some point.
Surely it has to do with some ancient history shit, some Jaw Boy shit, perhaps.
I can foresee Toki being like, don't kill him.
It could be like
like a fucking, you know.
It could be like the
kind of
yeah,
thing.
it could be like the devil fruit that makes him survive because cut one head off. The head grows. Something like that. It could be the devil fruit related.
It's gonna be Toki.
I like the witch theory. I like the witch theory,
but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Toki.
Orochi gets kicked out of office.
Yeah, no, but she's gonna be like, don't kill him.
Just kick him out.
Yeah.
Put him on trial.
Well, he's back.
Maybe put him on trial and he escapes.
Well, he's back, so he's gonna take the throne.
Yeah.
That's gonna enrage Kaido.
Sure. Takes 4 years for him to get there, but yeah. From Gwen.
Maybe Sengoku's got him in jail, you know? Maybe
From
Kong's got him in jail.
Kong feeds.
We see Prime Kong.
Kong feeds. Insane. From Lord Zarkon. Do you have any idea or hopes about what Roger whispered to Shanks and Rayleigh? Well, I think it's more of heartfelt moments. I don't think it's like secrets.
Yeah.
I think he's whispering secrets into people's ears.
We'll find out what he said in the Shanks flashback.
Sure.
And we'll get that relationship in the Shanks flashback. Oda peppering it in here.
Yeah.
Be more overt in that flashback.
From Gwen. What are the chances of seeing Moria in this flashback? Or do you think he already went and grave robbed or battled Kaido? Well, we just talked about 23 years ago the grave was robbed. We're in the prime time for the grave to be robbed.
People
right now.
mad that the borders open.
Yeah.
There you go.
possible. Has he fought Kaido yet? Who knows?
Sure.
But he is at the execution of Roger.
Yeah.
And he looks okay. He doesn't look like he's got his head caved in yet.
Yeah.
So, let's go on there. Alright. From Frisk. Do you think that Onan will slice Orochi, or is that the old witch with the clone fruit possessing him? Well, you know.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. I think that Joe Boy is like a messiah that... a messiah. He never existed in the past. And all his mentions on the polyglyph are just...
like legend or something.
Legend. Yeah.
I think Jobo existed. Because, like, you know.
Yeah. Joe Boy could be the signing name for the clan of D. It could be, you know. It could be multiple people running around as Joy Boy. You know, because it's not like it's an actual name.
Maybe.
Alright. His next question. I know I'm greedy, but this is my last question. Who are the two kings? Shirahoshi and Luffy? Aimu and Joy Boy? You can throw Vivi in there, I think that's fair to throw Vivi in.
Shiroshi's guaranteed.
Shiroshi's guaranteed. Probably Luffy. You can throw Vivi in there. But yeah. There you go. The original patron guards. Lots on a Rouge and a Now. Will we see them again? Why did Kaido feel like... Why did Kaido feel like...
What?
Why did Kaido fall like a bitch once he felt Rouge's presence? How did Rouge walk into Big Mom's territory with nothing but rando fodder backing him up? Occasionally spank one of the commanders.
Well, he beat Snag.
This man asks this question every week. When does Rouge come back?
I don't know. I don't think it does come back.
Yeah, it's hard to say with it.
I hope he comes back.
But I think Rouge will be in the
and
story
gets
at some point.
fucked up.
Yeah, I think Rouge appears at some point.
Rouge is going to be in the story.
Yeah, I don't fucking know when.
Probably next arc.
Yeah,
he's like the only supernova left. Hasn't been an arc.
From Drix. End of the chapter takes place 5 years before Oden's death. So what happens in this period? Did Kaido try to fight Oden but failed and fled for a while? Yeah, there's a lot of options.
We'll see.
Yeah, there's a lot of options there. Again, the more grave robbing.
Could lead back to Big Mom and the bed and the whatever.
There's a lot of options.
The debt, rather.
Right. One DPs has a question. Who are the two kings mentioned by the Sea Kings? Shirahoshi, obviously one of them. Yeah, we read this.
Luffy or Vivi.
Yeah. Oden destroying bridges and Orochi destroying bridges and Oden casually jumping over the rivers. Fuck Orochi and his dumb plan. Yeah, exactly.
Correct.
So fucking dumb. Oh, I built the bridges. What are you gonna do about it?
Why were the only people talking about how dumb that is? Like it matters.
Yeah. From
Braga and Borge like, yeah, we have to go back and find out about that plot. What?
Fuck off. From Gilberto. Is it true you guys worked on season 3 of Seven Deadly Sins?
I don't know where he's getting that from.
I mean, I think that's a roast. Because that animation was very good.
It's just shit.
Yeah.
There you go. It's false.
From Mountag Tall. Can Fishman say the N-word now?
Does it exist in the One Piece?
Do we look like the type of men who can say whether or not other races can say the N-word?
I think we are those men.
Oh, okay. I
now,
think
the question does the word have meaning in the land of One Piece? We see like 4 black characters in One Piece, alright? Fishman probably could say it because it doesn't actually mean anything in that world. Like I said, the letters, what does it mean?
I think he's trying to say that fishermen are black. That's what I think this man's trying to say.
I would have said it.
Okay.
Did anyone else read Fishman Island?
People read Fishman Island, right? I think
Shout out to Fisher Tiger.
he's trying to get us with the memes, all right?
I'll say yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna give them that card.
Insanity, right now. From MBZ. What do you think of the theory that Crocodile is an ex-revolutionary? Because that would explain why he knew about the poneglyphs in Alabasta and the Ivar connection. Ivar's secret might also simply be that he is a former revolutionary. Croc wouldn't want people to know he's a former. Wouldn't want to know this form of crime, which is even more severe than piracy. Also, the sex swap theory could still fit here. Maybe he used that to disguise his former identity. Ex-revolution.
Maybe.
How long has the Revolutionary Army been in action? I think that's the question here. Not that long, right?
Could be 20 years.
Because that was the discussion. They first sprung up during the discussion of the reverie that
In Drum Island
in the flashback when Vivi was like 8. So 10 years ago, they sprung up.
Yeah.
Now, how long was Crocodile Warlord?
It's possible. I don't think likely.
Okay.
Because, like, Monkey D. Luffy, Monkey D. Dragon.
Sure.
Crocodile probably would have said something like, fuck your dad.
Yeah, that connection as well. Yeah. From Mari. Been watching all you guys old episodes and notice that Eric hates a lot of popular One Piece theories. So looking back,
yes.
What's the one theory that you guys had that turned out to be way off in early Dressrosa? I thought Mingo was Zabo. Oh my god. I'm looking back at that, it was really dumb. Yeah.
Whoever had crazy theories that turned out to be wrong. Yeah. We do have a Blackbeard little theory going on. That he's working with the government.
Eric famously said that the time fruit did not exist and would never happen.
But that's not a theory. That's not a theory.
That's a
nix to the theory. Good shit.
Now the shining moment in Eric's theory,
the biggest W of all time.
The biggest W is that Shiryu would not get the diamond.
Admit.
What are theories? Well, the whole Hulk Island trial theory.
Yeah. The end of Hulk Island was...
Yeah, because who the fuck... No one knew what the fuck was going on.
We were getting upset at each other, Christian, because we were like, surely this battle has to end here. Surely Sanji gets a fight. That was probably the biggest. This theory. That Sanji would get a fight.
Yeah.
Now, does page 1 count as that fight that we were looking for?
We did say it did at the time.
Okay. It's the end of the drought.
It did end the drought for the Sanji fight.
But we're still thirsty.
I was still thirsty. Because we didn't really get anything. Okay, right? Just a little sip of water. Alright? Here's the next question. Do you like the breath...
And fuck Blackbeard and $3 fruits. People jumping on board, Christian.
Because we're getting more and more evidence that points towards it's not. That evidence was always there, by the way. Just one guy made a theory video and everyone said it was
We know.
He has 3 skulls on his flag. It's fact, right?
Who's saying something? Someone was saying that's linked to like Greek theatre or something. What? Some nonsense about like...
Some breach?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Alright, next question. Do you guys think the breadth of all things explanation from Dritz gives reason for why Mihawk couldn't cut Jozu? I think it makes a lot of sense. Now...
I can't... what's it? He had to have the intent to cut Diamond?
Now, the breadth of all things says... The man who cuts nothing can cut anything.
Zoro has to hear the rhythm of the steel.
Of the steel to cut the steel.
Remind people don't know, Christian.
Mihawk throws an energy beam at Whitebeard.
With no intent of cutting Diamond, therefore he did not cut the Diamond.
So Josie comes in there and blocks the swing. Right?
Yeah.
Blocks the swing and throws it upwards.
Therefore not cut because Mihawk didn't intend to cut Diamond.
Exactly. Now people use this to say that Mihawk is on Emperor level because that kind of attack from an Emperor would indeed one-shot Josie.
Obviously would one-shot anyone.
A commander.
Sure.
Right? A
Luffy
commander.
got one-shot.
Just look at Queen and a nerfed Big Mom.
Not a named attack, though.
I'm just saying, just look at Queen
A Big Mom.
and Big Mom. That's what Luffy Kaido, right? And people use this to say Mihawk not Emperor level, right? Now people come back and say his intent was not to cut Diamond. There are so many caveats and leniencies given to this moment so people can fit Mihawk, shove him into the Emperor category. Now, do I think Mihawk is extremely strong? Yes. He's in between that Admiral, Emperor level. Is he Emperor level?
Is that your final answer?
No.
You're going to lock that in?
I've been looking at him for generations.
We always have.
Alright? You look at the top 30 list from 2019
18.
and 2018.
He's always around there.
Yeah. So, I don't buy it because it's so many movies.
Also, I like Dritz goes, Marineford doesn't count, but all these headcanon is based on Marineford.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
He's not even a Zoro fan, which is rare because he's a Mihawk fan.
Well, the whole thing is like...
Most Mihawk fans want him to be stupid bastard because they want Zoro to be stupid bastard at the end. That's the reason. But Dritz, just a Mihawk fan.
Now, surely...
Now, if you're
an
listening to
air
this
slash
podcast,
strong enough...
if you're listening to this podcast, subscribe to us.
Unsubscribe from Dritz.
Unsubscribe from Dritz.
That's what we're saying.
And leave a dislike on his videos.
Sure. Yeah. What was I going to say? Yeah. Now, does Kaido need the Breath of All Things to cave Luffy's head in? No.
Also, the Breath of All Things, is that like a straight unlock at that point where you can hear the rhythm of all things, Haki, I can cut, whatever the fuck? Or does Zoro have to hear the rhythm of each material to be able to cut it?
Well, Mihawk threw the beam and the beam was intercepted.
Yeah.
But if a beam is strong enough, it should break the defense.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of mental gymnastics to put Mihawk in Emperor tier. Where people wouldn't do the same thing for other characters.
It depends on their agenda.
Yeah, And his last question...
Like people say, if Shanks is up at the start of the war, he's not stopping it. That didn't happen.
Yeah. Now, his final question.
And Mihawk and Shanks and White beat together, Christian. It's over.
Alright!
It's over. Do you understand? There's no Navy.
I'm trying to move on here.
I'm just getting excited about Shanks.
Alright. You'll do a Skypiea review. Really enjoy that arc, but don't see one on the episode list.
I should probably rename that episode Skypiea Review.
It is called Sanji in the Sky, and it's episode 2.
Yeah.
Which is just fascinating. So Eric will rename that to the Skypiea Recap Review.
If I remember.
If he remembers.
Yes. They're all there up until Punk has it. No. Davy back fight.
Yeah, I didn't see Alabasta anywhere either.
It's there.
He's gonna name it.
I should probably put them in their own playlist.
Yeah. Alright.
If people want to subject themselves
to that.
To Christian's in-depth notes.
Copious in-depth notes. Alright?
What's the longest one we've done? It has to be like...
Skypiea.
Is it Skypiea?
Skypiea.
I think Skypiea is 3 hours.
Yeah.
Something like that.
From Jose. Could Jewelry Bonnie be Roger's daughter, making her Ace's half-sister? Her age is still a mystery, given the fact that Madame Shirley told Roger in the last chapter. Now, it's heavily implied that Kuma is her father.
Yes. But she does cry at the bucket drop of a hat. Ace is dead, she cries. Kuma's around, she cries.
I think she was crying because of Kuma, not because of Ace. She cries with the Marineford battle, not when Ace dies.
Right.
So it could be because of Kuma. So I'm leaning more towards she's the daughter of Kuma. Right? From Michael. If Orochi survives a bloodlusting attack from Odin, should he be considered a legitimate threat as a fighter?
Well, this is the moment.
Sure, this is the moment where we'll see him maybe pull something out.
Yeah.
Alright.
What do you think about the main bloodlusted? People talk about it in the Marine with Blackbeard. Is it a 30% haste buff?
It's an anime stat.
Okay.
It's definitely an
What
anime
is it
stat.
though?
The killing intent, the bloodlust.
Give you stats.
It's just intense. It's just intensity of how much are you serious about killing this man.
Right.
It's not a buff.
So no strength buff, no haste buff. No crit buff.
Maybe a crit buff.
Okay.
Alright. From AZ Fan, you guys may have gone over this, but do you think Luffy is now the chosen one? Could it be the Sea Kings are better for someone who carries the will of D to appear? What do whatever
Sea
has
Kings
to
don't
do
mention the D
so,
clan once.
No, the Sovereigns. But
we hope to God he isn't the chosen one.
Yeah, because Luffy has never once really done anything to show that he's the chosen one. Just people talking about him being the chosen one. I mean, maybe you could say the voice of all things.
I'm like being the Hokage, which is like, I want to be the ruler of the village.
Yeah.
The Pyro King is freedom.
Well, it's free as man.
Of self.
Yeah. From Jordan Lee. Do you think it's possible that the SSG are artificial human weapons that have eaten artificial devil fruits made by Vegapunk? These fruits are like the smiles, but more foolproof and instantly mimic Logos or Paramecians, but only to an extent. They also have Sea Stone weaponry to neutralize devil fruit users, similar to the Sentinels from X-Men.
Can they wear Sea Stone if they're devil fruits users?
If they're Logias.
There's questions about that. They'll also in Alabasta, they could feel the essence of the Sea Stone in the crocodile's prison.
Sure. Alright, so
radiating off the bars.
Yeah. The ones are easy to create since harvesting the DNA from the lineage factor from animals is much more simple. Therefore, is at the current level of engineering only. Pacifistas have eaten an artificial light fruit, therefore they can shoot lasers.
Yeah?
That's a
Did he suggest that's possible, or did he suggest that's how it
Frank Freed and Mr. Four's gun used devil fruit power too and were created by Vegapunk. The technology was created by Vegapunk. They didn't eat artificial. They're Vegapunk.
Is that what he's suggesting, or is that like that's what they are?
Pacifistas have eaten an artificial light fruit, therefore can shoot.
We
lasers.
know it's technology based on Frankie finding the blueprints to such laser technology.
Yeah.
And Kuma.
Because Frankie didn't eat.
Kuma having the lasers as well. He can't have two devil fruits.
Sure.
And
Frankie.
Yeah.
Frankie doesn't have artificial light devil fruit. Some sort of technology.
He specifically has Vegapunk's technology.
Yeah.
Now, what was the question?
Do you think the SSGs have...
Oh, yes, the SSG.
Artificial human weapons.
Now, we all know their first commander level.
That's stupid.
I'm going to go with the dumb theory that I want to see.
Liquid metal.
Liquid metal Terminators given to characters we know and love to buff them real quick.
So it gives them little liquid metal Logia stats. What are you telling me?
Yeah, I'm talking Smoker. I'm talking...
Liquid metal and smoke.
Sure.
That's interesting.
It's Vegapunk. He can do whatever he wants.
So dumb.
Momonga.
The favourite vice admiral.
Just buff it. They need the help. The Navy needs all the help they can get.
Absolutely not. Alright. Next. From Sunday Lloyd Pop. So with his latest information on what Denjiro has been doing, who do you guys think he is? Did he defect to Orochi to Kaido, or did he leave?
Now,
he's probably the Witching Hour boy. Still.
Where's the Witching Hour boy plotline? You think they would have answered that question in Act 2?
You would think that. But they didn't. Alright?
Sure.
From Tom. Oda named his son with a name that means unrivaled. Momo can already turn into a dragon like Kaido. Will Momo become the strongest being alive when he grows up at the end of One Piece?
Why not? Sure.
I mean, you got the child of Shanks running around. You know?
Yep.
So there's that, you know? From Hippo 2000. It's basically confirmed now in this chapter that Denjiro is the witching owl boy. Yeah, because he's trading money or whatever. I just want to know where he is. Who he is.
Why play this game?
Sure. Alright. From Jose. Fishermen can say my fisher or my fisher.
Sure. I can say it.
This is in relation to that question before. Right? From Left Jab. Is Toki a Korozumi? Wait, is what? Is Toki Komurasaki? No. It's his daughter. Why?
Time for it. They don't even look the same.
Okay. From Caden. Thanks for the Twitter avatar. Okay. No question.
I'm assuming he took one.
Okay. From Prince G. They really considered Virgo cracking Sanji's like an owl. Here we go. We have a Sanji fan coming in to defend our boy Sanji.
Is this a question or is this just a statement?
Oh, it's a diatribe.
Okay.
Alright?
We take those too.
I just found it here. I read it. I'm like, this is for memes.
Okay.
So there you go. I think I never really considered Virgo cracking Sanji like an owl because in chapter 6, 7, and 8, Oda went out of his way to make it clear Sanji's body was damaged. But, and you see in that instance, Sanji was blocking, not attacking. Makes it even worse, but whatever. Sanji has never been a good defensive fighter, even going back to pre-time skip, and that never stopped him from overcoming his opponents. Even after his leg being cracked, he still kept clashing, and the fight was never finished, and Sanji didn't lose. Sanji fights people stronger than Virgo in the next arcs, and his leg never cracked. Against Doflamingo, he didn't. So don't even bring up Doflamingo fight. That's a bad example.
Doflamingo's just standing there like this.
Doflamingo blocks it with his cape, his jacket, hikes it up, and then gets him with the strings and he's done. So yeah, his leg didn't crack, but you got absolutely destroyed.
Is that the end of the statement?
Even against Dofi, he didn't. So it's clear Oda did it because Sanji was already injured, plus Virgo never actually lands a hit on Sanji.
So he had splinter fractures in his leg. And then
let's get this straight. The cannonball from the Yeti Cool Brothers damaged Sanji to the point. Damaged Sanji
in his legs,
where it gives him micro fractures in his leg.
That's the only option for his body being damaged.
That's an L.
See,
what was he damaged by? That's what you have to ask.
The point of Virgo cracking Sanji's leg is to show that Virgo's no joke.
Exactly. And Sanji cops the L because someone had to cop the L.
Sanji is the whipping boy.
That's true. You can't just say
all
statements.
We want is for Sanji to get his fight.
Exactly. I want him to get the W. Give him the W. I want to see it. Alright?
We love the Arlong combination. One of the best combinations.
Yeah, Arlong Park, yeah. Greatness, alright? Next, from Blackbeard Entertainment. Big question, though. I need you all on. Why did Momo have an image of Dofi when he heard get a grip or whatever he heard?
In Punk
Hazard. When he decided to fly, why was that image of Dofi there? Now, he was in Dressrosa. We get that information that he was in Dressrosa. Caught a boat. Ran away. So, this is the sequence of events. The Wano boys leave Wano. Raizo gets separated, goes to Zo. The other two end up at Dressrosa.
On a dinghy, by the way. They leave one on a dinghy.
Yeah, and end up at Dressrosa.
Yeah.
I assume Mingo attacks, separates Kinemon, Konjuro, and Momonosuke. Konjuro gets trapped in Dressrosa. Momonosuke runs on the ship to Punk Hazard, and Kinemon follows.
Yeah.
That's what I assume happened.
Sure.
That's the best I can give you, right? That would have been better if it was Kaido. Yes. Or was Doflamingo involved in an attack on Wano?
Possible.
Will we get a young Dofi?
Young Dofi, Kaido member.
It does have to do with underground world trade. This could be impacting Doflamingo's personal business.
That's right.
Get ready for some young Dofi in Wano, maybe.
Good looking Dofi.
Sure. Alright.
In his nice red suit.
Sure. Now, is that the thumbnail for Dressrosa? The young Dofi.
Can't be.
In the red suit. What is it? Is it Gear 4?
Or just a bunch of veins.
Just a angry Dofi.
Yeah.
Nah.
Maybe it's Kiros and Rebecca.
Maybe it's Frankie and Senor Pink.
That's an option.
Anyway. From Razzie NZ. All you guys never got around to the fact checking the Frankie Pruiton thing, did you? Incorrect.
We did this week.
We did this week. So then, you cop the owl. Alright? And he gives us a link to the Joy Boy video. No, I take that as a personal insult. Because
Did you watch the video?
Joy Boy, it's an old video.
Yeah.
Joy Boy got confused because it is Pluton and it exists as a countermeasure to when the real
Now, where'd you
Pluton...
find this information? Did you read the manga again?
I put it to... Because I was confused myself. Because it's hard to tell what it is, what it isn't. You never get to actually see the manuscripts. But you just got to think through it logically. And what is actually said. Because if you look at the panels that are actually said, they do say it's a countermeasure to Pluton.
Yes.
But it is a Pluton to counter Pluton. Because when the real Pluton emerges itself, you need to build another Pluton to counter it. It's not a weapon to counter Pluton. Why would CP0 or CP9 be after a fucking weapon to counter Pluton when they could just get the real Pluton? Stupid.
Yeah.
They need the blueprint so they can mass produce the Pluton. Dumb as fuck. Alright? Stupid. Why would they safeguard a weapon to destroy Pluton? For no reason?
Just in case it turns up.
From Sidra Kopi. Goons generally don't matter. And I wouldn't want them to matter. As there are far too many actual strong characters that need fights. But Oda could write the scenario in a few ways. Strong good guys fight strong bad guys. Strong good guys win, but all the fights were extreme diff, so they need to be carried by the fodder. Second option, weak good guys fight weak bad guys and have to fight to determine the fate of one. So all the big players are knocked out.
Well,
and
you could do an actual military fight,
Sure.
which is like
But doesn't make
you
sense
need
in
men
One
to
Piece.
capture strategic points.
Doesn't make sense in One Piece.
Doesn't make sense.
Because,
But I guess you could like have a unit get a MacGuffin or something,
sure.
close out a dock or something.
And that is indeed the episode this week. Another episode in the books.
We've got a chapter this next week.
That's true, we do have a chapter next week. Not as big as an episode as last week. All those notes, all that talking.
Here we are.
Here we are. Should be uploaded in the morning. Should be all good. Like the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Go to the Patreon. Give us $5 a month. Get your matchups on the show.
If you want. SoundCloud.
It's not the
Episodes of SoundCloud for your listening pleasure.
Exactly. Anything else to talk about? Anything else to talk about?
2020, baby.
We're here. We're doing it. Alright? Shanks the God King.
Good night.